You can be causing damage to your hair without using heat and without dyeing or bleaching it. It's actually the most common type of hair damage, and every single person experiences it. It's called mechanical damage. And to give me a little bit of credibility here, I am actually a certified hair and scalp expert with the American Medical Certification Association and the U.S. Trichology Institute. I got my hair from this to this. So mechanical damage can be anything that's causing some type of friction on your hair. It could be a hairstyle. It could be brushing your hair wrong. It could be shampooing your hair wrong. It could be not protecting your hair while you sleep, how you get out and dry your hair. All of these things can be mechanical damage, which can lead to breakage. Now, it's really hard to cut everything out that leads to mechanical damage. I mean, my hairstyle, right? But you can do things that prevent even further damage to your hair. Talk about brushing your hair properly. So I want you to not have a regular hairbrush. If you have to pick one brush on the market, get a wet brush. You actually can use this on dry hair. It is the brush that I use most on my wet and dry hair. Your hair is extremely fragile when it is wet, so it's more prone to breakage. So if you're just using a regular old hairbrush and you're running it through your hair, especially if you don't have a detangler or something, it is causing a lot of breakage that you probably don't see, a micro breakage, but then it gets more and more and more and more and more, and your hair starts not growing past a certain length, okay? So that's first thing. The second thing is you want to be brushing your hair from the bottom up. So starting from the bottom and then going up and up and up and up and up, instead of going from like up down, because that just causes more breakage and it's just easier to untangle your hair that way, okay? Wet brushes prevent a lot of mechanical damage, and I'm really glad I switched to it. The next thing you can do is wearing a silk or satin bonnet at nighttime, putting your hair in a braid, or sleeping on a silk or satin pillowcase. Those really do help. Is shampooing just your scalp, not your ends. I've explained it in a video before on why you shouldn't be shampooing your ends, so I'm not going to get into it on this video for the sake of time. But again, your hair is super fragile when it's wet, so if you're doing the whole like this, it's causing mechanical damage, causing some sort of friction. Using a microfiber towel when you get out of the shower really does make a difference as well. Sure that when you're doing hairstyles that you're not doing them super tight all the time, doing them super tight and you're having those bands on them, it can still cause that friction, which can cause micro breakage, which evolves into a lot of breakage over time. So if you are doing a hairstyle, try using a silk scrunchie. Try using even the spiral hair ties. It's so much better than the elastic hair ties.